in a way, this is really tragic if you think about it. But we also get to find out the secret behind the name Attack of the Stars. It did not mean the spirits teaming up. It meant something else. Either way, the three spirits try to hold them off, even Aquarius, but however it's put a huge strain on Lucy and they cannot hold them off. And it even turns out that Torafusa speciality is water. Well, duh, he looks like a lizard, and a lizard happens to be a good swimmer. At least most of them have been. And, well, so Loki and Virgo are forced to retreat while Aquarius is there. And Lucy, wounded, barely breathing, and having barely any clothes at all, are at the mercy of Torafosa, Jackal, and Lemmy. However, Torafosa leave because Jackal and Lemmy wants to torture her. For Torafosa, it's nothing. I don't know. Well, while he certainly looks down on human, for him, it's just do it like that, not like that to his victims, apparently. So he leaves, and he cannot argue with Jackal. As Lemmy begins to mock her Lucy's big boobs, she tells Jackal to blow her up, but Jackal blows up Lemmy instead, being tired of her pluckiness. Did you expect that? Well, technically, yeah, maybe that was to be expected, but still, there's nothing stopping this insane blowing up guy. But however, Aquarius is still there, so she holds off Jackal. And here, Aquarius reveals a secret. Turns out the Celestial Spirit King can be summoned only if one of the spiritual golden keys gets broken. It doesn't mean the spirit will fade away from existence or die. No, it means that owner won't be able to summon that spirit anymore, nor be able to meet it. Aquarius suggests breaking her key. And here she begins to say that how much she has hated Lucy. Everything about Crybaby, and that she was nothing compared to her mother. Quite the tsundere, if you ask me. But at the same time, she feels like Lucy needs to save her friends. And here's the title. Attack of the Star means that Spirit King's magic is called Attack of the Stars. Probably because it comes from the stars. So, even though Lucy do not want to, as Aquarius begs her, but at the same time insults her, saying how much I hate her and how much she's looking forward to it. She also says to Lucy she must think of her friends. As Lucy remembers the first time she saw Aquarius, and that Aquarius remembers that Lucy was a crybaby, Aquarius actually feels her chest is being pained. Well, duh, you're a tsundere. You may say you hate her, but in a way, you have also acknowledged Lucy. So with that, Aquarius' key is broken. We won't be able to see her being summoned again. And the Spirit King appears, and he slashes through Algeria like that. As Lucy cries, the Celestial King stands and faces against the King of Hades, Mardgre, and then it says Celestial Spirit King, King of Hades, which means they know of each other. Well, I did not expect this, a spiritual sacrifice. I'm actually glad it was Aquarius and not Loki. It would have been much more tragic if it was Loki who died. But at the same time, Aquarius was one of her first spirits, and it was also the strongest, technically. So yeah, that was sad. At the same time, didn't Yukino say that when the 12 stars are gathered, the 12 keys are gathered, a change will happen? Now that one of the keys is broken, does that mean we won't see that change? And also, if this really was the key to summon the Celestial Spirit King, because a substantiation summon or whatever, does that mean that you have to break the key constant all the time in order to summon him? I sometimes I had a theory once. I wondered, Will there be a finale where all the celestial spirits will cease to exist or just stop being summoned? I think this answers it. Perhaps Lucius is going to be forced to do these sacrifices a lot. Quite tragic if you ask me. Either way, that's this chapter. Next week says Celestial Spirit King versus the King of Hades. What's gonna happen? I have no idea. Just say Fairytale, because Fairytale's warmth is just like the sun, but the Tartarus uh, evil can even freeze the moon. Or what was the title? The title this was something was like the warmth of Fairytale is warmer than the sun, and the cruelty of the demons are colder. Can even freeze the moon. Give me your thoughts if you don't have any complaints.